really grateful and fortunate to have had two supervisors who both 100% believe in having young people in the office, and who also were comfortable enough and flexible enough to help me grow into the professional that I wanted to be, whether that fit the mold that they thought or that they wanted initially.
We got another project manager. I was able to learn so much from her because she sort of shared some of the same values that I did, and she had a much more experience, obviously, given her position. And we had a great relationship. She taught me a lot about how to interact with people, how to network more efficiently, and how to sort of understand the work in a way to make myself better at being a youth liaison, whatever that meant to both of us.
I felt like I was really on an even playing field with them. I wasn't seen as an intern and I wasn't seen as a temporary person. I got a desk, I got a computer, I got everything that I needed and everything that they had, so I really felt welcome. I felt like I was a staff person, because I was. They also, included me from everything from going to random meetings and meeting with, the government agencies on a slow day that I had, so I could do that community outreach and meet more people. And they also included me, from things from like birthday parties and like our monthly outings. It's just, I really felt like a staff person there, and I really loved my coworkers and everything that they did for me.
About 2 weeks, we check in with our supervisors, and then once a week, we do check in with our other coaches. They just ask us how we're doing and how they can support us in different projects that they have assigned to us. So they do make sure that they have that one-on-one connection and try to support us in the best way possible.
My supervisors and coworkers made me feel welcome to the organization by encouraging me to ask questions, by encouraging me to share all of my ideas, and by providing the time for me to share those ideas. And they also made me feel welcome by providing a onboarding outline of resources with materials that the organization used and background of the organization to help me understand it better.
I am a person with special healthcare needs, and when I was hiring onto this position, I was at the doubt. It's kind of like, okay, is the supervisor going to be, willing to cope with all the things I have, and how is she going to react to this, that, and the other things. The thing I remember is emailing Audra before I even knew her, before I met her for a job, and saying, Audra, can I have a cube, quiet space, an actual cube, not in a room with 5 other people. I mean, I have hearing issues and attention issues. To my relief and surprise, Audra said, of course, anything. When I got to know Audra, she had me draft accommodations list. And it wasn't like, okay, this is what you need, this is what you need, this is what I want. It's what you want, what you need. And after that, it's kind of like, okay, Sam, is this your final thing? Is this all that you need to make it work? That's what made me feel more welcome. It's kind of like, okay, this person's actually listening to me and, letting me talk instead of like just being, this is what he wants, shoving in a corner sort of thing.
Youth advisors should be having weekly check-ins with supervisors, and this is supposed to be a safe space where they can really communicate on a real one-to-one level. Youth advisors should also be involved in team meetings and grant meetings, because for us to trust the process, we need to know the process and know what goes into each aspect in our work. The communication between supervisor and youth advisor should be strong, and it should be honest. If there is more than one supervisor, the communication between them should be efficient as well, and everyone should be on the same page when you're working as a team.
My supervisor, Audra, is really, really great, and I think a lot of that comes from she's a very genuine person. She'll ask me how my classes are going and what she can do to help and that sort of a thing. She allows me to go and be self-sufficient, and she helps me work through projects when I have questions about whatever I'm doing, but that she really implicitly trusts me. I'm also really lucky. I have a really great coworker that I get along with really well. I would go and help her out with different presentations, and so our relationship evolved really naturally, and now she is definitely my go-to person. And I remember when I first started that she was immediately very welcoming, and she would drop by my cube and say, hey, I'm just here to see what's going on, just because she cared about me as a person.
Oh, Catherine, don't you worry. I have a great story, and it might go viral, and everyone will have that same emotional reaction, and it's going to be awesome.
Sorry, I'm dying.
I'm gonna die. Okay, we're gonna have to retake that. Sorry. Young black men and I don't get it.